Tonight I have a review of the TH01 headlamp. Usually there's a formula that I like to follow when it comes to my reviews. I start talking about the product, go over the features, we take a look at it, then we do the review, pros, cons, and then I summarize everything. I am going to do this review differently. Let's start with the review because this product has some serious problems. I've been testing this product out for the last couple of weeks, and this really has been an interesting time that I've had with this product, and also talking with ThruNite. It is very clear from the get-go, from the initial test that I had with this, that there was a problem. And this has been confirmed by ThruNite, and right now they are in the process of making some changes. This is not a unique problem that I've had or set of problems. This is widespread. There may be some reviews on YouTube right now talking about this product, and if they are glowing reviews, if they do not mention any negatives, especially when it comes to the turbo mode or to the runtime, the performance of this, then that means that they have not thoroughly tested out this product. I have 5 pages of notes that I've taken in regards to this product because there's a lot to go over here, and unfortunately there's so much to go over I will have to look at my notes from time to time. When it comes to the issues with this headlamp, let's start with my very first night out with this product. I actually came here to Lone Wolf Mountain to film a test night episode. Rain was coming in, I set up 2 tents, both of them from Black Orca, and it took me roughly 30 minutes, right? So this was fully charged, I get here, fire it on, begin working. 30 minutes later, this headlamp is dead. And I was confused. Now, before it died, I did notice that I was unable to actually activate the turbo mode. I started off in turbo, it downshifted again, and I tried to go into turbo, it just wouldn't do it. I was confused, yes, but I had work to do, so I moved on. Luckily, I brought other lighting products and other headlamps. So, a couple of days go by, I began looking at this product again, trying to figure out what exactly happened. I didn't take a look at the stats for this headlamp before I came out here. So I really didn't know what the battery life was. But once I sat down, I looked at their figures, I knew instantly, right off the bat, that there was a problem with this product. Now this headlamp runs on an 18350 battery. It's 1100 milliamp hours. On turbo, which is 1500 lumens, this headlamp, according to ThruNite, is supposed to run for 5 minutes before it downshifts to 430 lumens. From there, it will run, according to ThruNite, for 80 minutes. That is absolutely false. Absolutely false. Again, I want to mention to you all that the official numbers that are stated here are incorrect. This has been confirmed by ThruNite, and right now they are making adjustments to their product material, to their website, and to the manual. High, 450 lumens, 3 hours. Again, absolutely wrong. Medium, 85 lumens, 6.5 hours. I didn't test that. Low, 9 lumens, 44 hours. I didn't test that. Firefly mode, 0.6 lumens, 20 days, I didn't test that. There is an SOS mode, 450 lumens, 165 hours, I didn't test that either. What I focused on were the high modes and the turbo modes. Now, I did use this headlamp again. I tested out all the modes. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's talk about the real performance of this headlamp, because these figures, at least for turbo and high, are incorrect. On turbo, which is the 1500 lumens, it will run for 3 minutes 18 seconds before downshifting. Now, ThruNite states that it will downshift to 430 lumens. That is not correct. It will downshift to 1055 to be exact. The 1055 lumen measurement comes from an online source, someone who can actually measure lumens. I cannot do that. I do not have the tech to do so. But online, according to those who can, that is what it downshifts to. After 9 minutes, 40 seconds, it will downshift again, and I assume it's to roughly 430, 450 lumens. Then, it will continue to run until the battery dies. In total, 36 minutes, 34 seconds. I've tested this numerous times. That is how it performs on turbo. When it comes to high, again, that is 450 lumens. ThruNite claims 3 hours. I have gotten 1 hour and 9 minutes over and over and over again. During that time, the headlamp will downshift numerous times. To what lumen levels, I do not know. The entire time that I've been testing out this product and having issues, I've been in touch with ThruNite to get their feedback. So as it stands of right now, their new testing, their new stats for this headlamp is, on turbo mode, it will run for 1 minute 91 seconds before downshifting. then it will run for 60 minutes. Their new numbers for turbo do not match what I've experienced with this headlamp. Now, when it comes to high, they state that it will run for 70 minutes, not 3 hours any longer. This is pretty close to my findings. Now, as mentioned, they are making changes to their product information, their webpage, and so on. They stated that all of these details will be correct with the next batch, the next order of these. That's talking about performance. Let's talk about the glitches and issues with this headlamp, which I've had, because in truth, this has been really strange. This headlamp has not performed well from day one, and it's a widespread problem. Not just me, others have had this issue. Already, I've been talking to viewers who have purchased this based upon glowing reviews from other YouTubers who didn't actually test out this product, and they are mad because this headlamp does not perform as it should. If anybody has tested this product out, you already know that this thing has some issues. It has problems. There are glitches. Starting with the biggest issue, it is all about turbo. Turbo is messed up on this headlamp. It will run for a limited amount of time before it becomes completely unusable. The headlamp will not reactivate into turbo, at least for me. Now, I've spoken to other viewers who get it to activate, but not all the time. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. With my testing, it will run on turbo for 3 minutes, 18 seconds, then downshift. I could double click it again. What it will do is activate and then step down immediately. And again, this is a widespread problem. This is happening to a lot of people. Before going any further, let's jump to the stats for this product so you all understand exactly what you're looking at here. The cost of this headlamp is $50. When it comes to the weight, including the battery and the head straps, 4.7 ounces. It does come with 2 head straps, the side and the top of the head. There's a cool white version and a neutral white version. The LED is a Cree XHP50. It runs on one 18350 battery, which is included. I will go over a very quick unboxing for you all. You get the headlamp, you get the battery, head straps. It comes in this box right here. Now, as you can see here, I have 2 charging cables. There's a reason for that. This is my charging cable. I'll come back to this in a minute. You do receive a micro USB charging cable. You receive a user's manual. You receive additional O-rings and a charging port cover, warranty information, and you receive an additional rubber head strap mount. Let's talk about the micro USB charging cable here for a second. Now, as mentioned, this is mine. This is one that I use all the time at home, and this is the one that was included. I noticed at home when I charged the headlamp, I put this in, it didn't quite fit completely. It didn't really click into place. So I got out the ThruNite charging cable and compared it, and they are actually different sizes. Mine is slightly shorter than the ThruNite, but it's enough where this one doesn't click into place and this one does. So if you happen to have one of these shorter micro USB cables, all of mine are like this. None of them are like this one. This one's just a tad bit longer because it is just slightly different in shape. It doesn't quite fit. It doesn't really lock into place. I would recommend if you purchase one of these headlamps that you use the included charging cable because it will give you better performance and you don't have to worry about it popping out of place as easily as you would a smaller one. Now that we've gone over the stats for this headlamp, let's jump to the review. Now, already you know that I do not recommend this at this time. In the future, if they correct all the issues, I would say, yeah, it's not a bad headlamp. Of course, I will test out the future version if ThruNite sends it to me. I don't know if they will after this review, but that's how it goes. Here with the Outdoor Gear Review, always 100% agenda-free, always honest. I have no money in the game, so to speak. I'm here to simply pass on my thoughts, my feelings, give you an honest review, and my suggestion, my recommendation. I never tell people what to do. If you like this, go out and buy it. If you love it, that's awesome. But this thing does have issues, and you need to be aware of them before you go out and purchase a product. That's why I do this review. Anyways, let's go over the pros now for you all. First off, the ease of operation is excellent. This is a very easy to use headlamp. One-click switch, hold it down to cycle through the modes, double-click for turbo. You can hold it down for Firefly, which is nice. It does have memory mode, all that. It has SOS if you want to use it. It is rechargeable. It takes roughly 2.5 hours to recharge. When it comes to comfort, nice and comfortable. Feels good on the head. You have the strap in the center to pull everything nice and snug. It does stick out a little bit. It's not the smallest headlamp by any means, but it's not terrible by any means. It's not obtrusive. Another pro is that you can remove this from the head strap and use it as a flashlight and just hold it like so. Now, in my opinion, this does not make the world's best flashlight, but it does give you that option. As you all may be able to see, it has a battery life indicator and also a charging indicator, which is always a nice feature in any sort of headlamp, flashlight product, and so on. Now, with that being said, that's pretty much it when it comes to the pros. Let's jump to the cons. The first con, of course, has to be performance. Just absolutely terrible when it comes to this product. The battery life is very, very poor on turbo. It's not very good on high. The other modes, I didn't even test those out. There's just so many issues. If they correct the issues, I will test out those levels. But as is, turbo and high, not very good. Now, when it comes to low and medium, the light is somewhat dull. If you're inside of your tent doing something right in front of your face, awesome. But if you're out hiking, low and medium is just not strong enough. High is bright enough to hike by, and of course turbo is. But low and medium, it's just too dull, in my opinion. The next thing that I don't like about this headlamp is that it takes 2 hands to adjust. This is extremely stiff to rotate it down. I mean, really, really stiff. As you can see here, it's taking quite a bit of work. Ugh. It simply shouldn't be this way, not with a headlamp. Yeah, I don't like it. Plain and simple, I don't like it. It takes too much effort to rotate it up and down. A good headlamp should rotate up and down smoothly, but have enough tension to hold it into place. And this one's just really, really difficult. I'm not a fan. Plain and simple. Next up, there is no lockout mode. So you have to essentially loosen the battery cover when you put this inside of your backpack, because it can accidentally turn on. Next up, I am disappointed to see a micro USB charging port. We're going into 2020. We shouldn't have charging ports like this. They should be magnetic. The technology's there. I think we're at the point now where we can leave this behind, where you can have better waterproofing when it comes to your flashlights, your headlamps. You don't need that point of entry for moisture. The last con that I will speak of is heat, because this can become so hot that it's very concerning. I personally do not want to have anything on my forehead that gets as hot as this does. When you're rocking turbo mode, it downshifts to roughly 1000 lumens and keeps going. This will literally get so hot that you cannot touch it for longer than a second, just like that. I mean, seriously, it can get super, super hot. Because of the design of this headlamp, it's so compact, and the placement of the LED, the battery is directly behind it. So it takes a lot of that heat, and it becomes alarmingly hot. I have no idea at what temperature a battery explodes, but I don't want any battery that's right on my forehead getting this hot. Now, it should be stated that the issue with engaging into turbo mode has nothing to do with heat. This is not hot in the least little bit. In fact, this has been laying here for about 5 minutes to cool down, and it's not hot at all. I mean, it's just barely even warm, and turbo will not engage. I do want to say thank you to ThruNite for sending this in so I could test it out. It has been a long time since I've checked out a ThruNite product. Unfortunately, this has not gone very well. I have tested out other ThruNite headlamps that I like very much. There's been many ThruNite products that I like, but I cannot recommend this. I'm not really sure what's happened here, but I hope this is not a sign of the direction that the company's going. Hopefully this is just a big mistake. And hopefully they can solve it, because I really do not like what I'm seeing here. There's just a lot of problems. If anybody has a question, make sure to email me. And of course, make sure to comment down below. Share your thoughts about this headlamp. If you own one, have you had any issues? Have you had the same issues that I've had? Again, I've had numerous viewers write in talking about purchasing this and the problems they've had, and they're not pleased. So yeah, it is what it is. Everyone take care, strength and honor, support the channel through Patreon, because the Outdoor Gear Review is agenda free. No store. I don't do any of the Amazon stuff, nothing like that. Everything's a direct link. No one's getting your information, no one's tracking you, nothing like that. Take care, be well, strength and honor.